Well, Sri Lanka's policy of cremating those who have died from COVID-19 has been labelled a human rights violation by the United Nations. Members of Sri Lanka's Muslim community say they've been forced to cremate dead loved ones against their religious beliefs. The government says it's necessary to prevent the spread of disease. Member of Parliament and human rights lawyer Mattia Peranan Sumantiran is challenging the policy in the Supreme Court, and he joins me live from Colombo. Emma, thanks so much for your time. Now, I understand the majority of those cremated have been Muslims. What are the views around the practice?
Well, originally Sri Lanka followed the WHO guidelines which permitted burial. But when the first Muslim person died, they forcefully cremated that body. And then the next day, they changed the policy and said those who die of COVID-19 must necessarily be cremated and cannot be buried. So that has given rise to this allegation that this is racist-based and not science-based.
How distressing has it been for the families, because cremation is not a practice that is condoned for Muslims?
It's been terrible for the families because of their fundamental belief that a person who dies must be committed to the earth and on account of their belief with regard to resurrection, and also their belief with regard to fire denoting hell. It has been a tremendous jolt to them, and when they know that this is being done not on account of any bona fide belief that this is necessary for health, but purely as a racist measure.
So, when you're preparing to challenge this policy in the Supreme Court, what has the state provided you in terms of the health argument about spreading COVID-19 if there is a burial?
Well, they have produced material to show that the virus survives in the dead body, but there was no evidence that it can spread and that the water under the earth can actually carry the virus. The Muslim community was even willing to have concrete chambers for as burial chambers. Yet the state has steadfastly refused, because they have taken a particular position and they don't seem to want to back off from that.
What is happening in other Muslim countries like Pakistan, for example? What's happening with the burials there?
So far as we know, Sri Lanka is the only country that is refusing burial. We are not very sure about China. But we have checked and we find that about 188 countries permit burial for those who die of COVID-19. And WHO itself has given guidelines for both burial as well as cremation.
So Muslims are only 10% of the population in Sri Lanka. Have there been other instances where they have been targeted, do you believe?
Yes, this has been ongoing for some time. They have been targeted, there has been violence against them, and nobody has been apprehended. Some villages were torched a couple of years ago. And then we had the Easter bombing, unfortunately, and then that was used as yet another excuse to get back at the Muslim community.
And why, too, has the Muslim community been so adversely affected by COVID? The numbers amongst the Muslims are much higher in Sri Lanka.
That probably is due to the congested living conditions in some parts where Muslims inhabit. It's disproportionately higher than to the other communities. But there has been spread in other areas as well.
How confident are you in your case before the Supreme Court that it's going to change this policy?
Well, the matter was argued in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has already dismissed the case. But there are some others who have again gone to court. But we don't see the court willing to interfere in a matter of policy as yet.
All right, we'll follow the case with interest. Good to talk, MA. Thank you.
Thank you.